Let's begin with chapter number 13 from your political science book of grade 12, and the name of the chapter is Democracy in India. And there are a few challenges which the Indian government, or you can say the Indian democracy, is facing. So there are so many points, but we are not going to study all the 4 points given here. So we are going to study about the caste, communalism, regionalism. Okay, let's start. What are the challenges faced by the caste and the caste system? As we know that the caste is a social phenomena found in several human societies. However, it is functioning in its most elaborately defined and rigid form in our country. Indian society has been basically a caste-based social system, and caste and caste system still exist to be a major input in the Indian society and polity. Caste system has several disadvantages which come in the way of social progress and political development. So casteism acts as a hindrance in the way of national integrity, means unity, and nation building. So it has been responsible for extents of the caste communalism and caste violence in our society and polity. Caste system has been one of the obstacles in the way of our national unity. So it demands foremost, you can say, attention. Okay, so it comes to the way of national integrity and nation building. So casteism has been acting as a major, you can say, dominant presence of the social inequality and injustice. It has been also found that the continuous presence of social exploitation and injustice against the people belonging to scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. So what is the caste system? What are the problems that is getting faced in the caste system in Indian polity? First is caste and political socialization. Different caste groups have their loyalty behind different political parties and their ideologies. So, right from the birth as Indian citizen, and inherits a caste and grows up as a member of a particular caste group. He belongs either to one of the higher caste or to the scheduled caste. In the process of picking up his political orientations, attitudes, and behavior, he naturally comes under the influence of the caste groups and casteism. So, caste values and caste interests influence his socialization and consequently his political thinking, his perceptions, his participation. He begins banking upon caste solidarity for occupying and performing a leadership role in society. Caste and leadership recruitment. So, caste influences the process of leadership recruitment. This is particularly true of caste consciousness. People of states like Haryana, Bihar, Tamil Nadu, and Andhra Pradesh. In Haryana, the leadership comes either from Jats or Brahmins or Vaishnavas. In Andhra Pradesh, the Reddys or maybe the Kamas or the Valamas provide the leadership. Similarly, has been a caste of almost all other states. So, caste and party politics. So, caste factor is a constitute of Indian party system. Some of the political parties have a direct caste basis, while other indirectly bank upon particular caste groups. Many parties has been largely perceived as a party of caste, like the this party belongs to the one particular religion, that party belongs to one particular religion, like that we are having. Not only that, not only on the religious basis, we can say about the regional basis also. Okay. Next, we are having a role of caste in role of caste in electoral politics. So the caste factor continues to be the major factor of the electoral policies in India. All political parties give special weightage to the caste factor in selecting their candidates, in locating constituents of the candidates. So in constituency where we find that the Muslim is the dominant population, we will find the Muslim candidate have been filing there. Right. Next, we are having role of the caste in government making. Since caste is a major feature of Indian society and acts as a key factor in various processions in politics, it also plays a basic role in the decision making process. Even the issue of reorganizing the states is handled with the eye on the preventing the undue predominance of a particular caste group. Next, we are having what are the challenges of communalism. Means the democracy is facing the challenges from the communalism. So communalism continues to be a sad and hard reality of Indian politics. Even after adaptation of the objectives of justice, secularism and equality of all the people, communalism continues to affect Indian democracy. Now, students, communalism and communism, two different things. Okay, both the terms are different. Communism is where we are talking about the principle, ideology, communism, said by Karl Marx. Communism. Okay, that is a separate principle. Or socialism. Communism, socialism, quite related. Right, almost related. That is the principle we are talking about. And this is communalism. Communalism. That is communism. This is communalism. So this means we are talking about the religious factor. Communalism. And communism is a separate principle said by Karl Marx. Okay, let's come back. So the fact remains that it has been increasing. Communalism have been increasing in intensity and spreading its facts. So it constitutes the biggest strain on the unity and integrity of India as a nation. So communalism in India has been basically present as Hindu-Muslim communalism. Right? However, at the same time, it must be stated that communalism, regional communalism and caste communalism has also been present in India. And the politicians are trying to use it as the vote politics. Next, what are the causes or the effects, you can say? First is communalism as a bad legacy of history. The immediate past of independent India was an era of communal politics, initiated and encouraged by the British rulers, and you can say that they have nurtured it, the practice by some Indian political parties. At that time, the introduction of the communal electorate as a device of implementing the, you can say, British policy of divide and rule gave fuel to the communalism of Indian politics. This led to the birth of communal division and gradually outbreak of communal rights. Unfortunately, some people in India belonging to all communities fail to forget the past. Communalism in history. We find that this approach has been keeping communalism alive. Several historians have been guilty of playing the negative and dirty role. They have perverted, or you can say they have totally described the Indian history in one-sided aspect, maybe from the Hindu rulers aspect, from the Muslim rulers aspect, from the Sikh rulers, from the Maratha, like that. So we are finding that the places where the histories has got highlighted. So while writing the history of national movements of some historians, you can say, have tried to project the role played by the various communities. Even freedom fighters are described as a Hindu, Sikh, and Muslim freedom fighters. So, communalized leadership. In the process of political socialization and leadership recruitment in India, religion and religious institutions have been playing a key role. In particular, the minority groups have always protected and supported only those leaders who stand fully committed to their respective religious and, you can say, interest. Such leaders become and remain leaders by pursuing a particular group of interest. Next we are having regionalism, right? In this positive sense, regionalism means the love for one's area of living or a particular region and to which one belongs. It is something natural. Right, the inhabitants of West Bengal love their language and culture, and there is nothing unusual or wrong about it. The place where we are living, we can have love for that place. There are different forms of regionalism. First is demand for a separate province or separate state within India. As because we can find the same thing is going on in where it was going on in Darjeeling, right? The Gorkha land they're demanding for. Next, we find that the demand for autonomy, demand for regional autonomy within the state, interstate disputes, this can be the reasons, aggressive regionalism, and linguistic, means language. Okay, linguistic regionalism. First, we are having demand for separate statehood within the Indian Union. So that is a popular brand of regionalism in India has been in the form of the demand for separate statehood in the Indian Union. After 1956, a reorganization of state of India, there still continues to be demand for separate statehood in various parts of the country. This rise in the number of states of the Indian Union and from 16 to 25 to 28 at present. So we are finding that it's increasing, right? Demand for regional autonomy within a state. In some of the states of Indian Union, people belonging to various regions have been in demanding recognition of their regional identities. The genesis of such demands lies in the regional imbalances resulting for an uneven development of some parts of the state, like in Jammu and Kashmir, the Ladakh demanded a regional status. In West Bengal, the Gorkha land demand has been on the principle. Right. Next, we are having interstate disputes as the manifestation of the regionalism. The forces of regionalism in India are also visible in the interstate disputes. For instance, the states of Punjab and Haryana remain involved in disputes over the issues of transfer and Chandigarh to Punjab. In certain areas of Abohar and Fazilka in Haryana, the boundary disputes between the Maharashtra and Karnataka on Bangalam and between Karnataka and Kerala, So there are the different kind of disputes are there. Next, we are having sons of the soil principle as a manifestation of the regionalism. Another form of regionalism in India has been the popularly of the principle of the sons of the soils. Several regional political parties strongly support sons of the soil principle. Acting under it, the impose states impose residual and domicile conditions for appointments of the state administration. This principle has a constitutional basis in so far as it empowers the legislature to make residents within their respective states and qualification for employment. Next, we are having linguistic regeneralism. Another form of regeneralism has been the linguistic. Language has remained the formidable basis of regionalism. The people of linguistic reorganizations of the states has been in the main responsibility for this development. This policy has been instrumental in the setting the stage for the emergence of the small states in the Indian Union. Hopefully you understood. Thank you.